thanks for clicking to watch this video. My name is Sandy Santalis, and here we talk about all things interior design on my channel. We are going to dive into today 6 jobs that you can do with an interior design degree that does not involve being the next Joanna Gaines. So I'm in school for interior design right now, and I think that everyone's really focused on working at a firm. You know, you graduate, then it's like the safety of going somewhere and that's already established and working there. And that generally seems to be a firm for a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to start your own business either if you don't want to do that, because that is a lot of work. But I just want to go over some jobs that maybe you may not be considering or haven't heard of, or things that you just didn't really know had anything to do with design. So first thing that you can do is be a commercial designer. So this is technically still like pretty directly related to a design, but I'm going to touch on commercial design because I think that for a lot of people the narrative for design is HGTV, TLC, and DIY channel, and those and all the DIYs that are all over YouTube. And a lot of people don't know that interior designers do so many other things that are outside of the home. You could design a hospital, you could design a school, an institution, you can design office spaces, you could design a retail store, you could design a mall, you could design a hotel. Those are all commercial properties, so not residential, not going to someone's home and helping them pick out what they want to do, but all commercial. And I don't think a lot of people realize that hotels need designers, not necessarily just to make it look pretty, but you have to figure out, what finishes am I gonna pick that are durable enough for a hotel that sees a lot of traffic every day? Or if you're working at a hospital, what materials am I going to pick that are healthy for people, or easy to clean? So those are just avenues to consider going into commercial design. If you do not want to work with people individually when you're doing commercial, it can be really hectic, but a lot of people I know really like it. So when you're going into commercial, it's going to be definitely more larger scale, more big picture, not as, there is a ton of nitty gritty because there are a lot of rules to follow when you're designing a property that's open to the public as opposed to someone's private home. So there's different challenges, but that's just something to consider. Do you want to work at schools or hospitals or hotels? You can be an interior designer doing that instead of working on people's homes. The second thing you can do is real estate staging. So when there is an open house for an agent is selling something, and you go in their house and everything's nice and arranged and pretty. So designers can do that. You can be an interior decorator doing that, and if you want to know a difference between an interior decorator and designer, watch my previous video. I'll link it down below. But you can just go and work at a real estate agency and be in charge of making sure the house looks livable and inviting and pretty for people, and never really have to worry about all the other drafting plans, architecture, laws with the city and this and that goes with design with either commercial or residential, because it's really just more decorative and trying to make a space feel inviting. And if you're really good at that, that may be something that you want to do. Some real estate agencies will have a designer full-time on staff who just does that for all their homes. The third thing you can do with your interior design degree, you can write. You can write for a magazine, you can start a blog. You're gonna learn so much about design. You're gonna learn about the history of furniture, the history of architecture. You're going to not specifically learn how to decorate, because you won't take classes on decorating, but when you learn all the theory behind why this color goes with that color and why I don't know, this lighting works in this space, it helps you have a better eye when you're looking at other things. So if you're critiquing what someone else is doing and you want to write about that, how about this was good and this wasn't, this was a fail, or how to improve your life or how to improve someone's home, then you can choose to do that with your degree instead of going straight to work for people, specifically at a firm or starting your own business or that kind of thing. But if you like to write and you like design, that may be something that you want to go into. The fourth thing you can do with your degree is exhibition design. So this one's probably a little bit more out of the box, but have you ever gone to a trade show? Okay, so trade show, say there's new technology coming out, right? So Apple, they're having a new phone launch, a new this iPad, whatever. I heard something about Apple's supposed to release a car in like 2020. Anywho, but when people release, for instance, new cars, companies release new cars or new technology, or I don't know, new refrigerators, new stoves, they will have huge conferences where you'll buy a ticket, you'll go, and you'll see all the new stuff that's coming out. Generally, a lot of the times when there's an exhibition, retailers. So if I own a store, or if I'm a dealer and I sell cars, or if I sell technology or whatever, and I will just go to these shows, I'll see what's new, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is what I want to put in my store, this is what I want to sell, so I'm learning about it. But when you go to those shows, it could be for tile, it could be for upholstery, it could be for cars, it could be for phones. They're always arranged really pretty. So you'll go into the Apple exhibition, and and they have something that's just like 3D and comes out, and you can like go into this little space, and this is something that can be built up and taken down completely. So you're going to, if you're a designer and you don't necessarily want to do the traditional route, you can choose to do exhibition design. So if I'm working for a tile company and they're launching a new tile thing, a new line of tile, so if I'm working for, say, a tile company and they're launching a new line of tile, it's my job to make that tile look super pleasing and pretty at the exhibition to catch people's eyes, because when you're at those conferences, there's so many things to look at, and if you create an amazing display that's catching people's eyes, you know, that's gonna be good work for you, and that's gonna keep that company coming back to ask you to design for them again, or keep you on staff, or give you other opportunities. But it doesn't even have to just be interior design related. Like I said, you could be doing it for Microsoft, you could be doing it for Apple. There's just so many other things to design besides someone's house. So the fifth thing that you can do, this one is actually pretty sweet, and you can definitely get internships doing this too to decide if you want to go into it, is working at a showroom. So if you are new to the design world and you don't know what a showroom is, I'll do my best to explain. You know, like rooms to go, and you go inside rooms to go, and they have all the furniture displayed, and it looks kind of like you could live in it. It's like little bedroom vignettes, or a setting, or a little living room setting. So you're walking in that space, and they're showing you all these rooms that you could have, kind of. There are places like that only sell to specific designers, so they sell to the trade, or they sell to retailers. So rooms to go, you can walk in, you as a regular person can just go in, hello, la la, I'm Sally, I'm Susie, I'm here to buy this, and they will sell to you. Other places, you have to have an interior designer go in, and they have to show that they're certified, not necessarily certified, but they have to show that they're a licensed designer, and you can buy it, and they will buy those things for you. And the way generally that works is they're buying it, the designer's buying it at a wholesale price, then marking it up generally about 20%, and then they will sell it to their client for that 20% markup. And that's all worked out with the client. They know what's going on. That's how they're getting paid. They're probably not getting paid hourly or retained or anything like that, but they're paying them through that markup of all the pieces that they're arranging for them. Or I mean, if they can get your money, girl, it could be all the above. But a showroom is basically, you know, a place where it could be for not just for furniture like how rooms to go is, but it could be for fabric, it could be for kitchen appliances, it could be, well, not specifically appliances, kitchens, it could be for office spaces, it could be for drapery or shades. One of my favorite places here is in Atlanta is the Atlanta Decorative Arts Center. So it's called ADAC. If you have never been, I suggest making a trip. It's worthwhile. They have, you know, 50 plus showrooms, and you can go in and see all these amazing different designers. So they're all, you know, like I said, think of the rooms to go thing in your image, and it's like little mini things like that, but much more high end. And they're definitely gonna be more expensive, but again, they're being sold at wholesale price so that they can be marked up for retail. Generally, they only sell to designers. However, there are some select showrooms that will sell to the public if that's what you want. ADAC, you can be a general population, just kind of go in and hang out. There's also one here, a center here called America's Mart, And if you want to look that up, I will actually link both of them below so you can check out their websites and just kind of see what it's about. But America's Mart has 250 plus showrooms. And their showrooms they have not even just interior design stuff, but they have 3 different buildings. And there's a building for fashion. So you can go and buy clothes and jewelry and all these other things wholesale. And you get to see, it's a shock to see what the wholesale price is and what it's being charged at retail. So if you're buying a shirt and you're like, oh, this is so cheap, it's $3, it was actually like $150. And you're like, what? Oh my goodness. But that's just something to consider if you want to go into the showroom world, because you're not just working with individual designers. So if I'm a designer, and I'm sorry, you're not just working with individual clients. So if I'm a designer and I'm doing all this residential work or even commercial work, I'm only working with select clients at a time. But if you're working at a showroom, then you're seeing tons of clients come in all the time, and you're getting a feel for kind of like what they like, and you're getting to build rapport with them. I think it's amazing to intern at a showroom. I've actually had some internships myself. If you guys would like a video on how to get a design internship with no experience, I can make a video on that. Let me know, comment down below, or hit me up on social media. I'll link all that. So you can, again, back to the showroom, you have the opportunity to just have tons of these designers coming in, and you're helping show your face, and they're getting to know you, and you're being this resource to them. Also, it helps with really, really specialized knowledge. If you're working at a fabric showroom, you know what fabric stands up to this. If you have like 5 kids and they all play football, maybe don't get a suede sofa. That may not work out for you when they come home from practice and ruin your sofa. You may want a higher grade fabric that's gonna be able to stand up to whatever your family's putting it through their daily activities. So that's just a really great way to get into design without actually jumping into being fully responsible for the outcome of someone's space. And the last thing, the 6th job that you can have with design that is not an interior design degree, is set design. So when you watch a movie and their house is all decorated in the movie, the set designer generally will be an interior designer. So they'll get probably some kind of psychographic of what the family is like, or the guy or girl, whoever the character is that lives in that place, and of what their personality is like, and then they'll design something based on what it should look like for this type of movie and this type of person and that kind of thing. And generally those rooms are completely blank, so they'll do full-on drawings, like floor plans, sometimes 3D models and of the space, and then that'll get approved, and then they'll go and you'll get a budget, and then you'll go to wherever and shop, or you'll send assistants to shop, but you can work on movie sets as an interior designer. So you're not out at people's homes, you're getting to go to all these cool movie things and just design. And I'm here in Atlanta, so that's pretty much an opportunity that I really want to go into, because there's a lot of filming that goes in here. And when I get into that, I'll probably make a video about it for you guys. But that is something else to consider. So to wrap it up, the 6 things that you can do as an interior designer include commercial design, set design, being a writer, being a real estate stager, a real estate home stager, exhibition design, and exhibition design and working at a showroom. So those are 6 things that you can do with your degree that maybe you weren't thinking about before. So if you have any questions, please comment down below, and thank you so much for watching, and make sure to follow me on social, connect with me so you don't miss any uploads. And if you like this video, then hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? It's somewhere below or up, or I don't know what you're watching it on, a phone, an iPad, whatever, but it's somewhere, all right? Click on it. Bye.